Hi, Ashley. Hello. All
Hello.
right. Well, just right before you joined, we said we were going to get started, but then I saw you were coming on. So we just pumped the brakes and we are recording. So I will go ahead and get started now that you're on and you can hear us. So tonight I wanted to talk about basket parties. I know that we have a lot of new consultants that have been joining the team, as well as it's just a super busy time of year for people. And some people want to do home parties, but basket parties might work better for some people. So I thought we could just spend a few minutes talking about basket parties. I just wrote down a couple of quick notes and then we can kind of throw around some ideas at the end. So the first thing I kind of jotted down was to talk about what you can put in your basket parties. So of course, you can do your basket party however you'd like to do it. I've seen lots of different ideas over the years and ways people do theirs. So I'm going to share with you guys how I do mine and then kind of throw out some other ideas that I've seen. And then we can talk about the time frame, and then maybe who you can even look for as a potential basket party host. So a basket party is basically just allowing someone to borrow some testers, catalogs, order forms, whatever you want it to be. Maybe you don't want to loan out your testers and you just want to do more like a catalog party where they just take catalogs, order forms. Maybe you even have some extra rub and smell stickers you can throw in there. That might work too. But so I do have my full set of testers that I keep for myself. And then I also have a couple sets. I think I have two transition sets, which are going to be like all the brand new scents that just were added to the catalog for this catalog season that weren't in the catalog previously. So, of course, that's not going to include some of our scents that carry over from catalog to catalog, like your black raspberry, vanilla, coconut, lemongrass, Luna, those types of scents. But it is going to have all the new releases, all the new spice scents, holiday scents. You're going to get all your pumpkin scents in there. So, of course, those are a lot of the types of scents that people are looking for this time of year. So, getting those transition sets are a little bit less expensive than buying the full entire set. I like to make sure I keep my full set with me because if something pops up and someone wants to do a party, I don't want to be without a full set of testers. And God forbid somebody doesn't want to give them back. I don't want to be without if I need them for a party. So I do have the two sets of transition testers, and I've showed you guys these in a previous video, but I picked up these cute little clear bags at the Dollar Tree. They came in white and black and red, and I love that they have these little pockets on the front. And so I just split up my two transition sets into 4 bags. So you get about a half of the transition set in there. And I did, before I split them up, I separated them all out by category. And I tried to split them evenly between the 4 bags to make sure that each bag has a few scents from each of our scent categories. So like I said, I have 4 of these. And then I like to stick little samples down in here. In the past, I've seen people that will, do bigger bags and they may stick a warmer in there or a set of pods and a little mini fan. All of that is totally optional. You can put whatever you want in yours. As little or as much as you want to do. Because of course, this business, we want to make money and not just spend it all. So just work with what you have. And like I said, these bags for me, they were just $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And you know, you can find all kinds of cute little bags. There's lots of cute bags on Amazon and that kind of thing. I also, when I do my basket parties, I like to give a little folder. I have some, you know, big folders and I have some smaller folders. And I always give a little tip sheet with it. And this is a file that I don't mind to share in the group. But I have on here, like the shipping charge is $0 if purchased through the basket party, which, you know, you can handle that however you want to. I always have orders to, you know, if a party doesn't get to that minimum order to get free shipping, I usually do have other orders I can stick with it to make it $0. Sales tax, I have my sales tax on here. And then I ask them to please make sure that the top portion of the order form gets completely filled out with the customer's information, so I can be sure and contact them with any questions about their order. Then I give them my website so that if they have friends and family that are out of the area, they can have them go to the website and order from their party link. I tell them exactly what pages the bundle and save packages are on. I tell them what pages the fragrance grid is on. And when I do deliver this to them, I make sure that I let them know about not every product is available in every single scent. So if they're looking at scent packs or car bars or something like that, I tell them to be sure that they check that fragrance grid and make sure that that product is available in the scent that the customer wants. And then, like I said, sometimes I'll end up having people wanting to order something that's not available. So at least if I have their contact information, I can get in touch with them. We can figure out a different scent that might be similar, and go from there. And then I also have on here, like if they are doing a check, they make it out to me. Totally up to you if you even want to accept checks. And then I tell them, you know, with the order forms to just give them the back copy and give me the rest. And then, of course, if they run out of these order forms, they can always just make photocopies. And I always make sure to highlight all the info at the top, so they know what information I want back from the customers. And there have been times in the past where I have offered like a small gift if they make sure that all the order forms come back to me with all the info filled out. Because I want to make sure that I have all their info to put in my contact information. Because if that customer does go out to Scentsy.com and places an order, if their contact information is in as my contact, Scentsy will go ahead and assign that person to me as their consultant, and I'll get that order that they randomly placed on Scentsy.com. So I always want to make sure I have all their info. I also want to make sure that I stick a host join brochure or two in their folder, because I always want to make sure that they have the host rewards little grid available at their fingertips while they're doing this. One, so they know, and I always kind of coach them when I drop off the basket to them. I always let them know that a great goal for their party is to hit at least $500 in sales prior to the tax, because at that $500 category, that's when the free product goes from 10 to 15%. So they're automatically at 500, getting $75 in free products, 3 half price items. And I want them to have that handy so they know, you know, kind of where they are on the sales of their party and what kind of rewards they're looking at. So if they're getting close to that next tier, they can be looking for some extra sales. And then this one here, I don't even know how old these brochures are. I don't know if they're the same exact ones we have available right now or if they're outdated, but the information is still the same. It also has information about the host exclusive kit as well as the $99 starter kit. And then I want them to have that information too, because we talked about host flipping last week, and each host that I have, my goal is to get them to flip their party and them become a consultant, them get to keep their first party as their own, and become a new consultant on our team. Doesn't always work out that way, but I want them to have the information. They can be looking at it and thinking about it while they're doing their party. So I always try to have those items in like a little folder, or sometimes I just fold them up and stick them in the bag for them. Sometimes I do put some samples in there, sometimes I don't. It's just whatever I have on hand. And then time frame, I always uh before we start a basket party, I always try to feel them out as to when they have their next payday at work. Because most frequently people are going to take these basket parties to work. And you want to try to end the party right around a payday. So I try not to leave them open for more than 2 weeks. So we always try to start where they wouldn't have more than 2 weeks before the next pay period ends, so they can be expecting a paycheck. Um, so we always try to do that to make sure that if people want to order, they'll have that paycheck coming. And then the last kind of point that I wanted to kind of go over is just maybe who you could be looking for as a potential host for a basket party. So, of course, anyone that works at an office would be a prime candidate for a basket party. Um, of course, you have to ask, because some places do have rules against that type of thing in the workplace. Um, they'll know the rules at work and what they can and cannot get away with. I've had a few people that they're like, well, there's a rule that we can't have stuff like that out, but whatever I do on my lunch break, so they've kind of gotten around that a few times. But like I said, just make sure it's okay that they do that at work. And then anybody that works in an area where customers are coming in and out all the time, um, they probably can't solicit customers, but maybe you check with the person that owns that business, and maybe they would even allow you to put up some little put out your business cards, or do something like that. That can be a whole nother training video. But let's see, anyone that makes mention that there's so many things that they want to buy through Scentsy, but they maybe don't, their wish list is longer than what they can afford. So, of course, offering them the option of having a basket party um, will possibly allow them to earn what they want instead of having to buy it out of their own pocket. Then, of course, anyone that you've asked about doing a home party and maybe they feel like their house is too small, or they don't want a clean house to invite people over, they would be a great candidate to do a basket party, because they don't have to worry about any of that. They don't have to worry about anybody coming over, cleaning, or anything. So, um, those were kind of the points I wanted to make tonight. And just thought here at the end that we would just kind of open it up for questions. Anybody? And it looks like we lost Ashley. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we can go ahead and discuss some more if you guys would like to.